Philippians 2 verse 14, do all things without grumbling or questioning. This is the attitude all believers should have as they work out their salvation. In other words, if we are to grow in Christ's likeness, we must do all things without complaining or questioning. Taking out the trash or going to vacation, both should be done with the same attitude. I'm not to complain. There is nothing that happens where complaining is appropriate response. Thankfulness is an appropriate response. 1 Thessalonians 5:8 reads, give thanks in all circumstances. Our brains must be thinking before our mouths do the moving. In other words, something has to be thought before being said. Rather than bringing thoughts of grumbling, bring in thoughts of gratitude. Thankfulness is viewing things with the right perspective. Thankfulness is a right response to our sovereign God. Why was this command given, or the reason it was given? Philippians 2 verse 15 reads, so that you may be blameless and innocent children of God, without blemish, in the midst of a crooked and twisted generation, among whom you shine as lights in the world. Israelites, because of their constant complaining, were called as crooked and twisted generation. Deuteronomy 32 4 and 5 reads, the rock, his word, is perfect, for all his ways are justice. A God of faithfulness and without iniquity, just and upright is he. They have dealt corruptly with him. They are no longer his children because they are blemished. They are crooked and twisted generation. Numbers 14 verse 27 reads, how long shall this wicked generation grumble against me? I have heard the grumblings of the people of Israel, which they grumble against me. What was the bulk of their grumbling? We wish we had onions to eat instead of manna. We wish we were slaves in Egypt instead of walking around in the wilderness of God. God took it too personal. What God heard was, we detest this food you gave us, Lord, and we don't like being with you, but would rather be slaves. When we complain, we are doing much the same thing. In the day of Moses, God called the Israelites a crooked and twisted generation. All they did was complain. Twisted literally means wrapped, like wrapped record that continually play the same thing over and over again. They were saying the same thing over and over again. We like onions, we like Egypt. We hate manna, we hate Moses. We like bricks, we don't like God. Finally, they complained too many times. They said we would rather die in the wilderness than go with Moses. God granted their request. The reason we are not to grumble is because God is honored and the church will shine in the midst of darkness, among whom you shine as lights in the world. As we practice thanksgiving in all things, it'll be like we are stars in the night sky. That's how we'll be as we practice not grumbling in any situation. We will be pure and blameless in the middle of a wrapped and dark generation. Are you willing to take up this? Be blessed.